Hey guys, Keith here. In this video we're going to pick up where we left off and go from this to this. Alright. Hold on. I know what you're thinking. This doesn't make any sense. This video is not going to be very entertaining, so I thought I'd throw something in at the beginning. What are you going to do? We're going to do some painting. It's not going to be very exciting. Kind of like watching paint dry. But it is what it is. Let's go. Oh, if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe. Hopefully these videos get better. We'll see. Painting. Not the most exciting thing to do, but definitely satisfying to see your project come along, and basically at this point you're at the finish line. There's not much left to do. So I thought I'd do a bit of a voiceover here to give you an idea of what to watch out for. I've seen some ceilings painted and you can see some banding or some lines that are left remaining, and there's actually a few reasons why that can happen. So as I'm going along here, obviously the video is sped up and moving faster, but what you're trying to accomplish here is to get good coverage while keeping the paint wet as you go along. If you allow the paint to dry too long, what can happen is that the next line of rollering that you apply can cause it not to blend as well, and it could produce a visible line when you look at the ceiling. The other time that can happen is if you're actually pushing too hard on the roller. Sometimes you'll get to a point and you just have a little bit of an area left to cover, and it's tempting to just push on that roller to squeeze out a little bit more paint, but you really need to refrain from doing that and just fill your paint roller up again with some more paint and continue on. And that's really going to help to prevent having lines on the ceiling. Really the main cause is by pushing too hard on the roller, and what happens is on the side where the bar comes out of the roller, where the roller is attached to the handle, you can actually apply more pressure on that one side, and it will squeeze out some extra paint on one side, and it's hard to notice, but it actually leaves it behind, and it's hard to back roll and clean up that line after the fact. So you really don't want to apply too much pressure when you're painting. The walls is not as bad because it's vertical and it's easier all around, but the ceiling, it's definitely more apparent and easier to have that manifest into a line. And really you don't notice it until it's dry, and once it's dry it'll actually form a ridge that you can't get rid of. You'd almost have to sand it down and then paint again. So that's just something to be aware of when you're painting, especially the ceiling. Don't apply too much pressure. Later on in the video actually you're going to see an example of this. I try to kind of recreate it on purpose when I paint the wall to give you an idea of what it looks like. else to note here as I'm painting, and it kind of relates to the last point. As I'm painting along here, I'm always facing the metal part that connects to the roller to the right, except when I get to the very end. And that's for a specific reason. Again, on the right side of the roller where it's attached to the handle, you can apply a lot more pressure and you'll get more paint squeeze out. While on the left hand side it'll feather the paint out a lot more. So while I'm painting, I'm always maintaining the or ensuring that the pressure is in the direction that I'm moving. So in this case I'm moving towards the right, and I always make sure that the handle metal portion that goes into the roller is always on the right, except when I get at the very end. You just have to be a little bit more careful. You have to flip the roller around, but generally speaking, the direction you're going is going to be leading by the metal portion that goes into the roller, and you want to continue on like that all the time. Quick tip, it'll make your life a lot easier. So here's an example where I've pushed harder than I needed to with the paint roller, and you can actually see a visible line in the paint, and there's not much you can do about it if you don't notice it, but you can come back and back roller it and fix it up pretty easily. And that's about all you can do. The main thing is just to notice it and see that you're applying too much pressure and really squeezing that paint out too much. Alright guys, that's gonna be basically it for this video. A lot of painting, couple tips. I hope you liked it. Thanks for coming along for the ride. And again, if you like what you saw, make sure to hit the like button, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.